enough with each other to be chilling on this here live. Sometimes I might come on here with some light, and sometimes I might be in not the best of lightings, okay? But work with me here. The Whiz, you're off to see a brand new scene. So it was this is so crazy. Like I ran into this YouTube channel. Uh, I think her name is Rima. I don't know if she had her last name on there too, but I just remember Rima. She says like her name means like a message from God, which I really think is so beautiful. Like, how creative. Um, I'm hearing that everyone's so creative, but no, it was crazy because I was watching The Wiz today too, and I just said this on my last video I just posted. Um, Dang, I don't even know where my phone is right now. You got oh here it is. I'm trying to remember the title, and I haven't been getting my notifications, y'all. I don't know what's been going. I know what's been going on, but I don't know what's been going on at the same time with these notifications and goings on and stuff. Oh yeah, spiritual currency. I just was talking about the Wiz. And so check out that video. But literally the wicked witch of the east, Eveline, okay, it was the east or the west, one of those. But her name was Eveline. She's like, "Don't you bring me no bad news." And I just kept hearing the same thing. It was crazy because God, see, and then like, you know what I just learned about, if you don't know my testimony, I used to do tarot and Christ delivered me. And the crazy part about it is like in tarot, like it was a lot of bad news, like it and then also it was a lot of scarcity, it was a lot of fear, it was a lot of paranoia. When you come to Christ, I noticed that a lot of people who do tarot, they're like, oh, I don't like, is that a mosquito? Hopefully it's on the outside of my window. But yeah, bloodsuckers, vampires, okay. um but I noticed that a lot of people who are into witchcraft, they say things like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I feel attacked. I feel like someone is out to get me." And that's just all the fear and all the negativity that you're putting out there. And so like you are the reason why I say you're off to a brand new scene. The reason why you've been so attacked is because you are like Dorothy. You are meant to like break the generational curses of your mind. Get out there, go on the other side of the track. Face your fears. Um, Break curses, because when Dorothy was down there and she defeated, and it was crazy that the holy water was what she was allergic to. She was allergic to cleanliness. She was allergic to water. But she had the nerve to say the flying monkey stink, but she was allergic. She was literally sitting on a toilet, sitting on her butt, smelling like trash. Okay? Yeah, so you might have a lot of evil leans around you at this time, okay? Um, because it is a dark time of the month of the year. Okay, October, Halloween time. I'm not trying to take away other people's fun or whatever the case may be. Dress up as holy things, okay? If you must dress up with things that actually make sense, okay? It just seems like Halloween is just for people to wear cop uniforms that are thongs. Like the police don't even dress up like that. If you're gonna dress up as a cop, actually look like a cop. You know what I'm saying? No one in UPS comes to your house to drop off your package in booty shorts. Like, you just don't see it unless they're on crack. you know? Um, but a lot of these things that, people in witchcraft are offering you, they do have an expiration date. That statement is true. Witchcraft has an expiration date. It doesn't last forever. Okay? You want things that are material. You want everything that isn't already promised to you. You know, like some things is just a no. You know, some things, you know, you just weren't created for. And that's why a lot of people go sell their soul. Like, because their mind, like the scarecrow, is telling them, like, oh, you're not smart enough to get that. You're not beautiful enough to get that. And those are all lies. You know, it's a lot of confusion and illusion going on around here. Okay? It's crazy how the evil witch didn't want no bad news, but she was the one creating all the bad news. And when Dorothy came there, she freed all them souls. You know, a lot of those people, they were behind masks, working, breaking their backs, doing things that they wouldn't usually do. But because of fear, they allowed someone to rule over them. Yeah, they allow someone to rule over their lives. Yeah, they're promising you. Even she said, even on the Whiz, the evil witch was like, "I'll give you an offer you can't refuse." Like, yeah, that sounds like slavery to me. Like, what do you mean I can't refuse? You know, because she's gonna do a whole bunch of things to you. You know, and a lot of you don't realize, like, a lot of the people that y'all go watch tarot, they doing spells on you. They see your anointing, and they want it. They want the light that's within you. They sucking you dry as a sacrifice to feed their deity, so that way they can keep on spreading lies. Even people I looked up to when I used to do tarot, even people I looked up to, they was doing voodoo work on me, because that realm is full of jealousy and envy, you know. And I'm not saying they're going to hell or none of that, because we don't spread that negativity. We pray for people. We pray that God shows them the way, you know, just like God showed us the way. Like, I'm not wishing bad on no one. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys know that that is not the way to go. Okay? They can't tell you nothing that you don't already know. Okay? You have to believe. Just like the good witch of the South, she told Dorothy, you could have went home this whole time. But you were just too afraid to believe that you can do anything. God been telling us to do a lot of things that we're like, God, how am I gonna just do this? How am I just gonna give up all my stuff and go here, and because we've been conditioned to be in a world of material. Hey, Bay, it's a ass born Bay. Hey, yes, crown love. Yes, love your crown, love your brain, nourish your intuition. Used to watch this one girl. Then one day I seen something, and one of her moderators muted me. I said, yeah, let me get up out of here. Yeah, exactly. Because they know they don't want people to be on their channel awakening souls. They do not want people on their channel awakening souls. And that's your purpose. Just like Dorothy, you were awakening souls. They wanted something from you. See, Dorothy had these shoes, okay? Because your footsteps are guided by Christ. And as long as you were wearing the armor of Christ, those witches, they couldn't touch you. And that's why they wanted you to take off your armor. See, when you subscribe, when you start watching and believing in what they're saying, those spirits that are those familiar spirits are saying, that's you taking off your armor. You are giving them permission to open a portal, to open a door into your home. And I'm not saying that even without your permission, sometimes they don't slip through the cracks, because, you know, I won't say, I choose to believe that, because I know it's not even that I choose to believe, it's just I know that God's power is stronger than any evil stronghold. You played Dorothy in elementary. I love that. See, and I didn't even have the confidence to because I love theater arts. Like when I was young, I loved theater arts when I was young. And one time I actually got picked because I never really auditioned for anything. When I finally auditioned for something, they was like, "Oh, you got picked." I was like, I was like, because I did I auditioned for Cinderella, the black version with Brandy, but I didn't audition for Cinderella. I auditioned for the what was it, the fairy godmother, and they was like, "You got it," and I was like, "I'm not gonna do that." I was actually, what was I in high school? I was in high school. Yeah, so it took me all the way to high school to actually audition. But yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, you are chosen. Like, the whole point. See, you were Dorothy, exactly. So I'm right on schedule. God is right on schedule in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point. Like, when you come around, you bring Christ, you bring light, and the evil leans of the world, the people who want to keep people sleep, stink, making them think that they are powerful, but they're not above God, and they know it. Okay, and they're trying to prove it to you so you can give them all your money and they can feed their deities because they're scared. They're scared. They know that they have to continue doing what they're doing, or it's like, why would you? That's just the crazy part about it. Oh, why would God? God doesn't send us to hell. We send ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. A lot of those people, even Dorothy, not the hangman. I don't know. I heard the hangman. Okay, so like I said, it's a lot of people who still watch tarot or tarot readers that watch my channel, which is okay. If you need education, if you want to come closer to Christ, that's all right. But stagnation, okay? Stagnation. Don't ever get it twisted. God still uses me in certain ways, and if you have been with me through my journey, you know how I channel. You know how I get messages from God. You know how when I speak, it's to say, okay, if I say something, it could be something that's being said, or it could be true. Okay? That's just how the channel comes through. So if you feel guilty, if you fit in the shoe, it's for you. You think you won because you could sing? No, of course. That was just your voice was just a bonus. Okay? You had your soul spoke Dorothy. Okay? So that's why you was chose, baby girl. And so, that's why they don't want y'all. I kind of lost my train of thought for a second, y'all. For just a split second. Um, but yeah, they were all. I got it back. Thank you, Jesus. They were all stagnant. They weren't moving. They were all in one spot. That depression had them mighty down, had them mighty low. But it just took the light within you, and it's crazy how we can always give people that motivation to keep on going, to keep believing. Dorothy, the whole time in the Whiz, Diana Ross, she was giving all her friends this advice to keep them going, and she wasn't really worried about herself. See, this is why you are a child of God, because you love people. You want to encourage people. You uplift people before you even uplift yourself. You do the work for them before you do it for yourself, and that's why you're chosen. That's why you're off to see a better scene. You were the only person who could defeat Eveline. Everyone else was too afraid to go to that witch and throw some holy water on her. And her friends were real ones. I need some real friends like that. They said, "Don't worry about me." That's what your spirit team say. "Don't worry about me." We can't even feel it. We're not even in the flesh. You got the best of the best of the best, sir, protecting you. Exactly. Subscribe if you feeling the wrong vibes. Christ verified. Yes. I'm gonna keep saying it. You know, we need Christ in the algorithm. More people need Christ in their life. Everybody comes back to Christ. No matter where you go, you always come back to the Bible. Okay? God is love. God does the work. God will never tell you, "Oh, go." That's the only part. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's the only part, but we need to use our discernment when it comes to the Bible too. And I'll be the first to say it. And I'll be the first to say it. All right? God ain't out here like, "Oh, you got to kill this person. You got to kill this person." That ain't of God. God is of peace. God is of love. I don't know what God they were referring to. God said we will make man in our image. Who is we? That's plural. In our. In time. 9 months. You know, when you think about Adam and Eve and how at least Eve told God the serpent deceived me. Adam just blamed Eve. A lot of men lack accountability. You know, and this is why we got these painful periods and painful childbirth. That's real. You know, even if, you know what I'm saying? It's like the serpent deceived us. Christ verified, period. Oh, you ain't verified? What's wrong with you? You know, like she told me to do it. You know, God said if you eat this, you'll surely die. I wouldn't even let me be them at this time. You know what I'm saying? Let me be them. And you know, if you think about it, even like when I was listening to Genesis, and I was y'all know I'm a Christian comedian. I was like, so I'm in the book of Genesis, and they talking about Noah, and only his family got to be on there, his children and his children, while all them was family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, ain't that incest? Like we was cursed. Now we have to be this whole bloodline of ancestry. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his partner, not his wife, you know, but they wouldn't wait. You know, now you know good and evil, and you can choose to be evil. It wasn't like God wasn't saying that, oh, you can't have, we had everything we could. It's just like people just greed. They want more. They're never satisfied with everything. They want more than everything. And that's why they go to witchcraft. That's why it's so easy for Satan to take their soul, because they always want more. They don't know the true definition of value. That's why God is bringing you a new scene. Ease on down the road. You better ease on down the road. And mean nothing. I can't remember all the words. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time though, but I was just so glad that I made it. Was on Netflix, guys. So if you ain't tapped in, if they about to take it off soon, so if you ain't tapped into the Whiz, go watch that and get your own like understanding of what's going on. Okay, like even the people of the Emerald City, like the Whiz is up there. They've never seen him. They just believe in his power. Well, a lot of people haven't seen him because when he first got there, you know, people never seen his type of technology, so they automatically labeled him like a god. Okay, this is like idolatry. It's just showing you idolatry. And he was like, okay, well, the color is gold. It's like, we won't be seen in green or red. It's dead. You got to wear green. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a status quo. Like, if you weren't wearing the same colors as everyone else, you were like an outcast. If you weren't worshipped in the Whiz, like, what was wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? If you had your own mind, you weren't aligned. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of great, it's a great message, in a lot of what's going on, in the work industry. It's like you're a slave to your work. And even if your boss is, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, somebody got some, yeah, they could be evil. They could be working you to the bone, but you can't do anything because you done signed a contract, because they was putting their arm in this contraption. It was putting a chain on their arm, almost like a sacrifice or like a contract, like you belong to this entity. You know what I'm saying? Almost, shout out to everybody in the military, but it almost reminds me of like military listing, because once you sign that dotted line, you are basically, however much time you sign on that dotted line, you are a slave, literally. You barely make minimum wage. Because they were telling us like different stories and different things, and I work on a boat. So, like I get to see it firsthand, and the energy is almost like school too, and a lot of them are very, very young. And like years that I've worked there, people have committed suicide and all types of things because, you know, I don't know, man. I just love my freedom too much, even though not being in the military is not always free because, I mean, but it's more freedom than being in there. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, well, you don't have to pay taxes and you get your rent and your water and all that stuff paid, but you have to do everything we say when we say how we say, or you're going to go to jail. Like, it's still like being free too, except we don't get our bills paid, and everything. We have to pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Darned if you do, darned if you don't. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and shine a little light um on that quick message that God is bringing you to a new scene. Okay, you're about to ease on down the road to the solid gold. Okay, because you know yourself, you know your soul. That's the whole thing. The whole reason behind this path is for you to know your soul. Because everybody has a spirit, but not everybody has a soul. The spirit, it animates the flesh, but the soul provides character, finesse. Okay. Blessed finesse. You got some blessed finesse. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's that anointing. People's like, when I say it, people don't listen, but when you say it, it's like, because that's your mission. That's just your calling. And even in tarot, it was a whole thing. Like, everybody's like, oh, this person copying me. This person, it was a whole bunch of drama. Say that drama for your mama. Oh, da, 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 da. When you are a child of God, when you actually are tapped into Christ, the true light, the true consciousness, you understand that we all get real prophets, recognize real prophets. We are going to receive the same message. It's crazy. And I don't feel offended anymore. It's like when I was in tarot, it's like those demons, it's just like jealousy, like, who does she think she is? I'm more of a reader than she is, and oh, she, oh, we got the same type of message. She must just be watching me and copying me. We don't care about that. Ever since I came to Christ, I do not care about that. I used to really be in my head about it. Like, who cares? I don't want to be in this alone. Imagine if I had to be the only leader. There's too many people. The war, I would lose. I couldn't be the only one because God is with me. So even when people think like, oh, I'm the only one, no, you're not. That's why God has recruited you. Even God don't want to be the only one. You feel me? Shoot, help me, help you. All right? Just know that in time, once you start trusting yourself, click your heels 3 times. Click your heels 3 times. Okay, you got the ruby slippers. Stay grounded in your roots. Use the gifts and the talents that God has given to you and put it out there. Put your personality out there. What is it going to hurt? Okay, live life like it's your last day. Okay, we're holding on to so much. Like even me, like even as I'm expressing this to you, it's even hard for me to accept a lot of things that a lot of times we think like, oh, maybe we're just being, we're just doing things too fast. You're acting too fast because you just did things and without thinking. You know what I'm saying? Don't go too crazy with it. But spend your time in prayer. Spend your time in prayer. Get on, Alira. You're doing too much. Nope. The answer is no, because you can't move around. And spend time in prayer. You know what I'm saying? But also believe in yourself too. Like there's times like I've been feeling God's just like, get up, pack light, leave all this stuff behind you. Like I'm working on you know what I'm saying? You like, I'm working on my credit. I can't have no eviction. I can't lose my stability. I can't lose my housing. I can't lose my this. I can't lose my that. I can't be traveling, living in hotels and going to audition for different things and kids homeschooled and they're going to be driving me crazy. Like, I'm just thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the other stuff that might come with it, just like going against it. Sometimes we can slow our own blessings down. God is like, I'm opening this door. You're going to go, oh, you just drove past through it. You know what I'm saying? Or you're like that hangman. You're just sitting there, sitting like the scarecrow. Just sitting there, just writing, but never coming down to take action. Listening, but never coming down to take action. And my red shoes was shiny. You knew that was her? She extra, man. Like she want to put her puff balls in my camera so bad. Like, like, girl, when you gonna let me comb it? Like, that's the real question. Y'all, this girl with her hair. But do y'all feel me though? Do y'all feel where I'm coming from? Have y'all been feeling that? God be like, drop everything. Craig's in trouble. Come quick. Like, where you literally have to just leave. Take that leap of faith. Leap. It's like when you let go of everything, that's when God is going to give you it all. God just hallelujah. God just wants you to believe. Believe in the seed. They tried to poison your seed. Okay? I be trying to tell, don't do her like that. What about parent abuse? Okay? What about what I need? What about what's best for me? What about how I feel? Shoot. If y'all knew what I had to go through today, they had they ended up having some problems at their school, and I get a text message talking about some, if my son tries to run out of the school, they're gonna have to call the police. I straight ignored it. I said, what am I paying you for? Y'all don't know how to y'all don't have no training with difficult children, but y'all expect me to know what to do? Like, call the police. Maybe he'll get some act right. If I keep saving him, he ain't gonna never let him take him. Goodbye. I keep telling them, listen, now they at the police. They y'all problem now. They'll never learn. Shoot, straight up ignore them until it's time for me to come and pick them up. That's when I'm going to pick them up. I don't care. Welcome to my world. That's how I feel about these people. They don't care about your children. You don't call the police on a child because you can't stop them from running outside. So that means my son could just run outside and get hit by a car. You ain't got no locks. You ain't got no child-proof locks. Where's my money going? We're required to have all this child safety in our homes. Why they don't have it in places where we had to pay for child care? That's how I feel right now. You feel me? Oh, I'm still a walking cow. I know all about it. You know? Look, just a freaking farm factory. You know what I'm saying? It's milk, 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 milk. I ain't in the mood. I feel you, though. That's how I was when I was pregnant with my son. A freaking milk factory. Just pumping and dumping. Waking up soaked in milk. Me and the baby. Had a big old dry off towel around me. Woke up with sticky milk, wet milk, all types of milk. I didn't even know I could sell my milk at that time because I would have been rich. He didn't even eat that much. I was like, boy, you better eat this milk. Gallons, half gallons. I didn't even have no stability at that time. So I was like, where am I gonna put all this milk? I just had to start pouring it down the drain, Lord. I was like, somebody hungry baby could have used this milk, but I didn't find out till later, y'all. But when that milk dry up in your breast, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. It hurts. You just got bricks, knots in your breast. That's why I tell y'all wait on children. Wait on children until you have, hey, but children's a blessing. Hey, your destiny is your destiny. You know what I'm saying? But in my advice, I'll just say wait. I used to be like, you know what I'm saying? Why anybody ain't got no children? Not everybody wants children right then and there. People want to make sure that their child is going to be good, stable. They're going to have a wife that they want to spend the rest of their life with. So they ain't got to be exposing their children to all this, that, and the third. It's like, if you ain't found your child's mother, then it's like, you shouldn't be out here having children. And, for all you men out here pumping out all these children, you can't even afford the ones you got. Shame on you. Blasphemy. Okay? Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Do you want to be mad at your baby mamas because you can't afford to take care of the new girl's children, and you trying to make it seem like you all this and you all that, when you already had children before her, after her, and the same time as her? Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Shoot. But yeah, y'all. Be the Whiz in your life, okay? You are in control of your life, okay? Not these jobs, not these, you know what I'm saying? Not these governments. You are in charge. You can make so many changes in your life. If you don't like something that's going on in your city, your town, your state, be the change. Okay? Don't let someone tell you, oh, you black, you didn't graduate college, you don't have any type of certificates or this, that, and the third, but God is going to bless you with financial stability so that way you can create foundations and services for people who are less fortunate, and you are going to get support from your community. All these politicians and people in high places, they have all this money to make this world a better place, but instead they're using it for war and satanic rituals and things of that nature, feeding these deities and all this type of stuff. That this is why, you know, our world is cursed. Look, the sudden death of what? Y'all, have y'all seen the death toll? Have y'all seen all this stuff going on, all these deaths? I said that in one of my last videos, and I'll say, pay attention to the death toll. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, God is clearing out a lot of things. Okay? Prophecies are coming into fruition. I would say the Bible has the best track record in prophecies. Okay? You don't see no other book, no other teaching, prophecies coming to fruition like the Bible. All right? A lot of this is a lot of our last time being here. We ain't coming back to this earth. Higher levels. But it don't mean that, look, it's going to look. That's the crazy part too. Higher levels. But hey, some of y'all might want to reassign. You never know. I don't know the deals or the destiny that you have with God. The covenants that you have with God, you know what I'm saying? That's something between God and you. And that's why, you know, I have really humbled myself before I sit up here and be like listening to some of these channels that talk about certain celebrities and things of that nature. If they outright just say, you know, I'm into witchcraft, this is what I do. You know, I don't really believe when they say like, oh, well, if somebody gonna give you $100,000 to do a spell on someone, that you're gonna be like, oh, well, first I gotta figure out if this is true, if this person really did this to you. They're gonna take that $100,000. Don't listen to them. They are literally doing curses on people. Why would you, like, come on now? Why would you pay somebody to do a curse on someone? What is wrong with you? You hear my daughter laughing? Like, confirmation. What is wrong with you? Like, hey, I need you to do a curse on someone. Like, the best way to protect yourself is through prayer. Pray for them. They'll really flee. They'll flee faster from you when you are praying light over their life than when you are feeding them with the same darkness. If they're so dark, if they're attacking you or whatever, how you feel, all that is mental, it's spiritual warfare. But God, that's why I tell people, ask God for a dream so you can see the truth. And if you are not really a child of God, sometimes the devil is going to trick you because you are not really for God like you think you are. Okay, there's still some things going on in your soul that you still need to deal with. It might be revolving around forgiveness. We got to forgive people. Doesn't mean we got to forget and let them keep on thinking like nothing ever happened and they can just keep on coming in your space and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to tell my kids that a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? God gonna get you. You keep on messing with his child because they be thinking it's a game. Okay? Them and they little flying fornicating monkeys. You know what I'm saying? They be thinking it's a game messing with you, and it's not. That's why we pray for them. They don't know what's coming back on them because they don't believe in karma. They don't believe in the protection of Jesus Christ. And that's all right. If they don't know, they're going to find out. But it's not for you to put God's work in your hands to go as far as trying to put a curse on them. Trying to hex them for what? What about them makes you want to destroy them? Makes you want their hair to fall out? Makes you want them to stop speaking the truth? If your truth is so true, why does my truth bother you? That's why you don't see me going to other people's channel like da 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 da. You know, some people just want clout. Like, and I just feel like the more that we sit up here and like, oh, look at this person and what they're doing, all you're doing is giving them more recognition. You're using your platform, even though you're saying it's demonic, even though you're saying it's negative, you're still using your platform to promote their evil deeds. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all attention is still good attention to these people. So don't use, you know what I'm saying, certain things, actually putting the actual videos of, I seen someone put an actual video of a ritual and like all this, like in my mind, like into when I was thinking like in an infant spirit's mind, I'm thinking like, oh well, let me go look at this. Let me go watch this for myself even more. You know what I'm saying? And bring more curiosity and bring that type of, for people who don't have mature minds and mature spirits and they're sitting there watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's okay to give a message, but it's like after you give a message, let it go. You just keep on promoting it. These people, you're just giving them more fame and more notoriety. Just keep talking about the good news. Like old girl said, don't bring God no bad news. We don't want to hear that bad news. I understand if speaking to the youth and just letting the youth know to, pay attention and things of that nature. But when you just sit up there and make your whole channel just about demons, like, oh my gosh, it's just like, I thought you were a child of God. you know? But like I said, I don't know everybody's calling. It just be me. It's what be what I be thinking. And I'm not here saying that you have to feel the same way that I feel. I'm just venting on my channel. Okay? Cuz we're all wrong about something. Let's just be real. We could all be wrong about something. So yeah. I woke up like this. Hey, I woke up like this. That's probably why I be having white stuff on my jacket because I be sleeping, I be slobbering. 9 times out of 10 is cookies or slobber. For real. For real, y'all. But I don't know. I never even been on my live this long. Like, what y'all want to talk about? How y'all been feeling? What type of spiritual warfare have y'all been experiencing in your life? Like, I want to know in the comments below. Like, have people been, switching up, acting strange, acting distant? Have you had to pray over someone's life recently? You know, I had a friend share an experience with me because he thought that his landlord and his wife was doing witchcraft, and I was like, well, aren't you a child of Christ? It doesn't matter what they do. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to work on you. You know what I'm saying? Then his mom was all like, well, this voodoo and this, that, and the third. And I'm all like, I thought your mom. But anyways, I was just thinking like, his mom is like a Jehovah's Witness or something like that. And I really don't know about all religion. I think Jehovah's Witnesses, do they believe that Jesus is the Son of God? I think they do. Is it? I don't think a Jehovah's Witness is the one that believes that Jesus was just a prophet and not the Son of God, or not God himself. you know? But yeah, so I would just like, just be careful because it's like the ones that are closest to us. Like God had, y'all, I love this baby Vaseline. Sponsored by Christ. mm. You know, you be saying all your good news. It's like, don't bring me no bad news. But it's like, it seems like that's the only thing that people really want to hear. Like, they want to hear when you're going through something bad. But when you start speaking all this good stuff, all these good blessings, no. When you start speaking all these good, no, y'all not finna get in that cheese. I don't wash dishes. Yeah, you can dish take chips. But once you start talking about all the good blessings that God has for you and all the good news start coming, watch how people start acting weird and different. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'll be on here all day if I keep talking about this type of experience. Like, you just want to just let it go. You just want to just focus on your blessings. And it's like, you did it all by yourself. And it's like, once you make it to a certain point, people know you've done it all by yourself because they know they haven't supported you the way that they should, or that they supported other people. Go get if you don't if y'all I'm not playing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get up off of this live because I know these kids gonna start tripping, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying. That's what I be saying. I be like, whose team are y'all on? Look, I got the unicorn. I got the unicorn. Got the unicorn going on. You know what I'm saying? You're different. You're unique. It's like we're all horses, but you're the unicorn. You're the one that stands out, and all the other horses are upset that you're not a regular horse. You know what I'm saying? But you're still a horse. You just have a horn. You know what I'm saying? You just have wings. You know what I'm saying? And wings. You have a horn and wings, okay? Like, they probably just have horns and they lost their wings, but you still have your wings and they're upset. But they can always get their wings back, but they don't want to be obedient. Okay? They want to be vengeful and hateful and feel like they don't have to do anything to gain God's favor because they're the greatest gift to mankind or something. A lot of people are full with pride, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to drop them on their behinds, you know? And I wish you guys were more talkative. I wish you guys would comment more and talk to me more, and I would stay on here more, but I feel like, God is going to bring more people to this channel. And I thank God for all the people that he has brought to this channel who are engaged in what's going on, for the kingdom of heaven. And I thank you all to all the new subscribers. I pray that you gain a little more faith in the receiving of this message, because God did say all we need is the faith of a mustard seed. Enjoy your brand new scene. And with that being said, through Christ we unite, stay aligned with divine minds.